Hey there, welcome to the Essential Oils Made Easy class. This is just going to be the basics explained. So my name is Mary Riopel and I am a wellness advocate with doTERRA, and I'm going to walk you through some real basic stuff about essential oils just so that you have a little bit better understanding about it. So by the end of this class, you are going to hopefully know 3 cool things about oils, 3 ways you can use them, and then how to get some oils in your home. Okay, so when we're talking about 3 cool things about oils, it is that they are safe, effective, and affordable. So safe, they are 100% natural. There are no side effects or dependencies, which is huge for most people. You know, you take an Advil and then you take it, often, and then you have to take a couple, and then eventually you're taking a couple extra strength, that kind of thing. There's no dependencies. If like 1 or 2 drops of an essential oils works for you now, it will still work for you in a year. You know what I mean? So what are they? They are extracts from plants with amazing health benefits. So we're basically harnessing the best of nature to help our bodies perform the way we need them to. Our stuff is all certified pure therapeutic grade, which just means that there is literally nothing added to it and there is nothing taken away, but it is also sourced in a place where it is the best composition. So without getting super scientific, there's like a certain shape that the molecules in essential oil are supposed to be. And so whenever you get them grown, like lavender grown in Canada compared to lavender grown in Bulgaria or France, it's going to be completely different under a microscope. So we make sure that we only source in the places where that structure is going to be perfect for the intended use for medical reasons. Medicinal, sorry. So one thing that's really cool is that they're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs themselves. So if you were to drink peppermint tea, you would actually have to drink 28 cups of peppermint tea to be the equivalent health-wise as 1 drop of peppermint oil, which is pretty crazy. So they are also super effective. So when we're thinking about a common cold or flu season coming through, not the pandemic, I'm just saying, we usually go to the doctor for antibiotics, which can usually treat bacterial infections, but it's very hard to treat viruses, which would be your normal colds. They just tell you to rest and get lots of fluids, right? So each cell in our body has a cellular membrane that's a bit oily on the outside, and it protects things, ideally from things getting out or in. But often viruses will actually be able to penetrate and go inside, and they replicate inside of the cell, which is why most antibiotics are not effective against them, because they're water-based. So water and oil don't mix, so they can't get inside that cell. But essential oils can, because oil mixed with oil works. So they can actually penetrate and go and try to help the body stop that virus from replicating. Again, disclaimer, this is not the cure to coronavirus, but I'm talking about the regular cold and flu season that we usually have. So it's pretty neat in that sense that we don't actually have to go to the doctor for every little thing. And I think that's what most of us at home really want, especially if we have kids, is to not have to pack everybody up and go and do 1 more appointment, right? Okay, so the other thing is that they're affordable. So when you first look at it as a quality essential oil bottle, you're thinking like, are you crazy? I'm not spending that kind of money on oil. But there's 260 drops in each bottle, and you only need a couple of drops for each application. So it ends up actually being cheaper than, say, getting a couple of Advils or a couple extra strength Tylenols into your body. So once you start to realize how much time you're saving, how much effort you're saving, and the reduced amount of time that you're sick, for example, in your household, that's going to be so worth it. Okay, so I just wanted to mention, I'm going to really briefly go through the top 10 oils that are the most commonly used, just to give you a little idea. And so maybe if you have like a notepad or a pen handy, just like jot down a couple of things about each one if you find them interesting. But peppermint it's been around for obviously forever, but it is energizing. It literally can give you that quick boost of energy that you need. I love to diffuse it in the morning in my kitchen with wild orange, actually. It just gives everybody that like wake up feeling without ever feeling jittery or anything like that. It's also great to promote clear breathing. So if you're feeling like a little tight in the chest, or you're going for a run or something like that, and you just can't quite get your air, you put some peppermint right on your chest, and it will kind of open up those airways for you. Also, if you have any kind of head tension, so too much wine the night before, for example, or just like a general headache from not getting enough water or something like that, you can actually just rub a little bit of peppermint oil right on your temples, and it will just help with that head tension for you. It's also very cooling to the body. So if you're having a hot flash, or it's the summertime, or you're going through menopause, or somebody you know is, get them some peppermint, and it literally pulls heat out of the body. So same with a sunburn. If you get really badly burned, you can just put a little bit of peppermint right with some coconut oil, rub it right on that skin, and it will pull that heat out for you so that you can still get some sleep, you know? So next, On Guard is our immunity blend. So it literally goes into the body and helps our body's natural ability to have a really strong immune system. So in other words, it helps you be stronger against common cold and flu season. You know what I mean? So the other thing about it is anytime you have like a sore throat or a little tickle in your throat, you can literally just take a couple drops straight on your tongue and gargle it and swallow it. And it will literally just go down and fight whatever is tickling you. You know what I mean? It's also great to diffuse in the home. You can add it to any of your cleaners so that you have non-toxic cleaners for your house, for your floors, for your counters, for your bathrooms, whatever. It's a very cinnamony flavor, so I actually just love the smell of it. And then lavender is a classic soothing, calming scent, right? I think we all think of like a bath with lavender. So of course you can use it for bathing. You can put it in some Epsom salts and put that in your bath, or you can use it to relieve stress basically, or to help you sleep. Also, it has natural antihistamines in it. So when it comes to like seasonal allergies and stuff like that, lavender can be super helpful. Same with peppermint and lemon, and the three of them combined are really, really good for seasonal allergy symptoms to help. The other thing about lavender is that it's so calming. So anytime you have, like for me, I have kids, anytime somebody gets hurt or gets a burn or gets whatever, you can always just put a little bit of lavender. I also mix it with tea tree, but it's really helpful for them to like calm down any inflammation or anything like that. Okay, so the 3 ways that you can use doTERRA essential oils. So you can use them aromatically, obviously in the air. We've all heard of aromatherapy. That's literally smelling the oils. You can use them topically, which is like put them on your body, put them where it hurts, anything like that, literally in the zone where you want to have that benefit. And then internally, a lot of people say that you can't use essential oils internally, but if you get the quality therapeutic grade, then you can use them internally. So a lot of doTERRA's, most of them actually, are recommended to be ingested. There are a few that will say do not ingest on them, but the majority of them actually have incredible health benefits. So aromatically, you can diffuse it in the air, obviously with a diffuser, and it will hang in the air for sometimes 2 or 3 hours, even after you can't smell it anymore. You could also keep one in your purse. So if you're like road raging or you're at work and you just need to calm yourself down a little bit, or if your kid's throwing a tantrum in the middle of the grocery store, you can just grab a bottle of, say, wild orange or lemon or something like that, balance, and just smell it straight out of the bottle. I just take 3 deep inhales through my nose, and then you watch your whole body just change. It's amazing. And then the other thing is you can put like a little drop right underneath your nose, obviously, and then it will continue to do that. Or in your masks, you can just put a little tiny bit of essential oil, rub it on the inside of your mask. Just make sure you don't put a whole drop, because that usually, depending on the oil, it can be very strong. So I would put one in your palm of your hand, and then just tap it a little bit, and then rub it on the inside of your mask. And that way you're smelling something yummy. Okay, so topically, like I said before, it is literally like, oh, my shoulder is so sore, or my elbow's locked up, or, you know, I worked out really hard and my muscles are sore, or with my kids, it's like, oh, you just scraped your knee again, or you got road rash again from falling off your bike. And it's just like, you can put those oils directly on wherever the incident happens. Or if you are wanting to like open up your airways with the peppermint, you would just put it straight on your chest and it absorbs straight into that area. Pain, I mean, some of our oils are unbelievable for pain relief. So like, you know, for example, one of my clients has a wrist that was broken years ago. There's been 3 different surgeries they've tried on it, and it's still not right. And she has extreme pain in it all the time. And she puts 1 drop of oil on it, and she said within like 5 seconds, the pain is completely gone. So that would be another example of topical. She puts it right where it hurts. Okay, so internal, you can take it in water if you want. You can add it to your water. You can take it in like a shot, like if you wanted to take a couple of, like a flu bomb, for example, when you get sick with something, you feel something coming on, you can put a few drops of oil into a little tiny shot, like a tequila shot, I call it, and then you just take it that way. Or you can put it in veggie caps. We actually sell soft gels that are they come like, remember what like the little vitamin E's used to look like, the little gel caps? We actually sell essential oils right inside of those, so you can get those as well. And then the other thing is that you can put them right under your tongue, or some essential oils are really cool if you put them on your finger and then push it to the roof of your mouth. I have no idea the scientific reason behind that, but it actually just works. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to keep going through a couple of those oils. We talked about 3 of them: peppermint, on guard, and lavender. This is lemon. Lemon, think anything cleaning. So like gum in the couch, use lemon. Want to make your house smell amazing without that gross Mr. Clean smell? Lemon. If you want to cleanse your body and help your detox process naturally in your body, lemon. Anything like that. Lemon is amazing. You can switch out a lot of your toxic cleaners to non-toxic products, and lemon is one of the powerhouses to go in there. Frankincense is the king of oils. When in doubt, put frankincense on it, they always say. So it helps with stress. It helps with anti-aging. It helps literally your body heal itself. So on a cellular level, it helps your healthy cells regenerate themselves. It's also amazing for healing, like on the outside. So when my kids have that stuff happen, like road rash, I'll usually mix, depending on where we're at. If it's not painful anymore, I'll put frankincense, lavender, coconut oil, and tea tree, put it on there. Or if it's still super painful and whatever's going on with it, I'll usually do frankincense for super good healing and anti-inflammatory, copaiba for pain, and then lavender for calming. So that's just some ways that I use that, but people literally swear by frankincense. And it's also in our supplements, which I'll mention briefly at the end, but we actually have an amazing supplement line that is our #1 selling product in the whole company, which is crazy. But it actually has frankincense in it for cellular renewal. Digestion is one of my personal favorites because I have digestive issues. I have major food intolerance problems. So this has been an amazing saver for me. And I also, when I was pregnant with my 3rd, I got really bad heartburn. So I would just take a drop of that, and it's safe to take when you're pregnant. I would take 1 drop of it, swish it around and swallow it, and my heartburn would just go away. So what I usually do with this is like pretty much on a daily basis, I have it in a roller bottle, and I'll actually just roll it all over my stomach. And then it keeps me really regular, but not in a like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to make it to the bathroom kind of way. But digestion actually has adaptogenic herbs in like the oils that they use. And what that means is they can take you from a hyper or a hypo state and bring you into balance. So what that means is whether you're feeling nauseous or you have diarrhea or you have constipation, same blend of oils will bring you into balance. So this one's a super cool one to have for any kind of digestive issues. Also, a little side note, amazing for sinus decongestion for some strange reason. Just put a little bit with coconut oil right where you're stuffy and just watch that like clear up. Crazy, right? Okay, Deep Blue is one of our most amazing blends when it comes to like pain relief or sore muscles, sore joints, that kind of thing. So we actually sell it in the oil form in a roller bottle that's already pre-mixed with coconut oil, or you can buy it in a Deep Blue rub, which is just like a really nice lotion. Almost think about like a non-toxic version of a rub A535, like that. But this is amazing, and especially for men too. They love the smell of this. So it's very like, it's manly, I guess. Like, not that we can't use it, but I just mean like my husband and pretty much a lot of guys I know have this in their gym bag, and they just, whenever they overextend something or get sore muscles or whatever, they just rub some of that on, and like literally within a minute, it feels better. I always use it almost every single morning on my back because I have a back injury from when I was young. So I just rub that right on there, and it's just like, it's like instant relief without taking any painkillers, which is the name of the game for a lot of us, right? So the other thing is that if you got tight shoulders and you're sitting at a desk a lot or carrying kids around and stuff, you get sore. So you just rub a little bit of Deep Blue right on those sore spots. Same with head tension. You can just rub it on the back of your neck, and it's just like, it's amazing. Breathe. This one is amazing for respiratory stuff. So this is kind of, I always think of it as like a healthy version of Vicks. So that's kind of the smell that it is. And so anytime we have one of the kids that's sick or us, we'll just diffuse it in their room at night, and it just opens up those airways and allows them to breathe through the night so they can get some sleep, especially with the little guy. So what happens with babies when they get a stuffy nose? They can't sleep because they don't know how to breathe without breathing through their nose. They haven't learned yet. So we just do 1 drop of this in a diffuser in his room, and it allows him to sleep through the whole night without being up all night crying and screaming. Amazing. This is also great for anyone who has like athletic type asthma. I mean, I would never recommend you take get off of your inhalers or anything like that, always have them handy. But a lot of people say that they have reduced the amount that they have to use their inhalers. So that's really positive. But you definitely want to play around carefully with that and talk to your doctor first if you have asthma. But for anybody else who's like I mentioned with peppermint earlier, going for a run or you're out of shape and you really want to make sure that your lungs can, can expand and open up for you while you're trying to exercise. Amazing for that. I also mix it with the On Guard. I diffuse On Guard, which is the immunity booster that I said at the beginning. I diffuse both of those things a lot in the fall and winter time, just because it's nice to have that nice smell in the air, but also the health benefits of the Breathe and the On Guard stuff in the air. Wild orange is one of my favorite oils, and it is one of the cheapest oils that you can buy. I think it's like, with a wholesale membership, I think it's like $13 or something. Like, it's awesome, wicked price. So this is amazing for energy, but like promoting a calm energy, like not a crazy energy. It's a very happy, like uplifting mood kind of feeling. Also, it really allows kids to focus. So if you have had kids at home for online schooling, this is a game changer and you need to put it in a diffuser. The amount that they're able to focus on their schoolwork compared to without it is unreal. Also, I have tons of girls who are very stressed out or overwhelmed, and they like to keep it in their purse for any time they're feeling anxious or anything like that. They just grab it and just smell it. So even if you're in a no scent environment at work, it's a great one to have handy in your purse so you can just smell it in 3 deep breaths, put the cap back on, and away you go again. You can also rub it on the bottoms of your feet if you wanted to. Wild orange is kind of like a use all the time. You could add it to almost everything. It's amazing. Okay, so just briefly, our number one selling product, like I said before, is our supplement line. For me personally, it has made 1,000% difference in my mental health. So if you guys want to know a little bit more about it, there are great videos. I would suggest you Google LLV Dr. Axe. So Lifelong Vitality Pack is, we call it the Lifelong Vitality, so LLV, but it is unbelievable. So it has a multivitamin, it has an omega supplement, and it has a cellular renewal that has the frankincense in it. And the multivitamin actually is a whole food supplement. So that means that the vitamins are taken from whole foods and are bioavailable, which means your body can absorb them and use them, as opposed to synthetic vitamins that your body can't use. That's why people, have vitamins that come out the other end that are still in a whole form. Anyways, I'm not going to bore you with that one, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so let's just get down to it. There are 3 ways to get doTERRA in your house. You can pay retail, which is the most expensive. Usually that's in like a chiropractor's office or something like that. You can buy wholesale, which is kind of like a Costco membership. You pay 42 bucks Canadian for the year and you get 25% off, or you can buy any of their starter kits and they waive that fee for you. The starter kits start at $134. And then later on, once you become a wholesale customer, I can explain to you how you can get free product credit back each month if you want to start ordering monthly, but that's not mandatory for you. doTERRA does not have a mandatory monthly order program, only if you would like to start, being eligible for product of the month and earning points back for free product credit. Again, not mandatory. I think that's so important to mention. This is one of my favorite intro kits. It's 10 small bottles of oil, so you can kind of play around with them, and it comes with a diffuser. But this is 5 ml bottles, so they're just the little ones. So you can really like play around with it and just see like, what do I actually use at home? What am I interested in? What do we need for the kids, or what do I need for myself? And so that you're not investing a ton of money in some oils that maybe you don't use, and then you can order the bigger bottles when you want to refill them if you use them a lot. There's a Healthy Habits kit, which is one of my personal faves, just because I love starting people on this, because it gives you the supplements, it gives you that deep blue rub, it gives you 5 small bottles of oils just to get you started, and then it also gives you digestive enzymes and probiotics, which are essential for almost everybody in this day and age. Our gut health is so out of whack because of so many different factors, but this allows you to help start healing it and get in the right direction. So I teach a lot around the Healthy Habits kit just because it's one of my faves, and I teach a lot of clean eating and nutrition as well. So that's one of my biggest recommendations if you haven't tried anything yet, is to get started with this. And then this is the kit that's $134. So you get 3 large bottles, the 15 ml bottles, and the deep blue rub. It's called the Simple Solutions kit, but you get lemon, which is amazing. You get the On Guard, which is the immunity, and you get Serenity, which is like our sleep blend, restful blend, whatever you want to call it. So it's a lavender blend, but it's a little more earthy. So men tend to like this one better than the straight lavender. Just depends on the person though. But I find that a lot of like families and couples really enjoy Serenity if they diffuse it at night or put it on your bottoms of your feet and your chest and your wrists, whatever. But that one is amazing for sleep. Okay, so there are 3 types of people that work with doTERRA. So you can be one of these 3 people, obviously. So some people just want to live a wellness lifestyle and incorporate non-toxic products and natural solutions into their household. And that's, I would say, the majority of people that we work with. The next one are people who love the products so much and want to start sharing them, which I can totally help you out with later on once you get used to your products. And then there are people like me who actually build this as an income. So if you are already into essential oils and you would like to learn how to maybe start building a business with it, then I have a really great webinar called How Lifestyle Change Through Online Business. So just drop me a note and I can send you the link for that. Or if you're following me on Instagram, you can just look right in my link in bio. It will be, if you go to that little link, it will be one of the options there, Lifestyle Change Through Online Business. And I just kind of walk you through a little bit about how I build. I do it online though. I don't do it face to face in person very much unless it comes up naturally. So if you are curious about that, then definitely reach out. So that is all I have to say. I hope you found that helpful. I know that's a lot of information really fast, but I also find that you just want a little bit of information at first. And if you haven't tried essential oils yet, then definitely reach out to me and I can send you some samples. If there's a couple that kind of piqued your interest, definitely let me know and I can send you some samples in the mail. And try them out. You really want to have an experience with oils. I was not sold on oils before. I went from very skeptical to surprised to sure. And it took a little while, but you have to have that experience with oils in order to kind of know what you're getting into. And so if you want to try some, I have little sample bottles and I can mail them out to you. I'm happy to do that. So you can reach out to me at mara@marariapel.com. Or of course, now you will see my email. So you can just reply to any of my emails and just ask me, just say, hey, I'd really love to try a sample. Like, which ones would you recommend for XYZ problem that I would like to start working on? And then I'm happy to help you. So I hope that was helpful for you and I hope you have a great day. Cheers.